Hey guys, it's the Inspirational Power Hour with your host, Chandra Wise. And listen, today we have a very special treat. We have an incredible singer that's here to talk about his latest single, I'm Free. And I'm talking about none other than Mr. Julian Cross. How are you, sir?
Well, hello, Chandra. I am well. Thank you so much for having me on here today.
Absolutely, Julian. So incredibly excited to have you here talking about your music, talking about your ministry. We're going to just kind of dive all the way in. We have seen you on the big stage. Listen, first of all, Memphis, Tennessee native, right? Is that right?
Absolutely, born and
Memphis.
raised.
Yes. So we're neighbors. I'm right here in Jackson, Mississippi, and Memphis. You know, we next door neighbors.
Absolutely. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
That's right. That's right. But definitely that same love for God, that same those same Southern roots, and they run deep. You know. But we're talking about new music here today. So first of all, Julia, I want you to just kind of can you start from the beginning a little bit and just tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Oh my God. So I am, of course, I'm Julian Cross right here from Memphis, Tennessee. Born and reared here in Memphis, Tennessee. Grew up in the Kojic Church under Bishop G.E. Patterson
Hmm.
over at Bountiful Blessings. Um, and as a child, my grandmother, she always took me and my older brother Michael with her to rehearsal. So I grew to love the sound of gospel music and church and loving people and all of that. And I think me doing what I'm doing today, as far as being a gospel artist, I think it was for me before I knew it was for me.
Mm.
I often tell this interesting story, Chandra, about how my grandmother she was a Stax recording artist, and for anybody who's a lover of soul music, back in the day there was Motown and there
Hmm.
was Stax. There
Yep.
was Stax, and so those were the two record labels that were huge with soul music. And she was a Stax recording artist, signed to that label. And fun fact: Otis Redding was the one who gave her stage name, Wendy Renee, and she did a lot of traveling with him and a lot of the other Stax artists. She was a member of the Drapels, which is one of those groups that were a part of Stax as well. But one day, she was pregnant with my father at the time, and she was supposed to be going out of town with Otis Redding to sing all the way across the country. But for some reason, she said, "I can't make it. I just can't do it. I want to stay home. I'm not feeling too well." So she stays home. And the next day, she gets a call saying that the plane that she was supposed to be on with them crashed. And so I often tell that story because I have to put it in perspective for people um, that my life and what I'm called to do um, was predestined before I
Yes.
got here. Shortly after she learned that plane crashed, she gave her life over to Christ and joined Bishop G. Patterson's church, Bountiful Blessings, which really set the stage, um, not only for her life, but for my father's life. And then it passed down and now set the stage for my life to be able to carry the gospel and tell of the good news of Jesus.
Yes.
And so that brings me here to talk with you.
Wow. So this is in your blood.
It's in the blood. It's
It's
in the
in the
blood.
blood. It's in the blood and it's in your blood, right?
That's it. That's it.
And this was predestined. Wow, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So such a rich legacy for you in the church and gospel music. And let's talk a little bit about your journey since then. You know, like I said, we've seen you on the big stage and sharing your gift. But you're still right here, still grounded in your roots of gospel music. I'm pretty sure you had the opportunity to do some other things. Why continue in gospel music?
There's been so many opportunities for me to branch out. And of course, you mentioned that big stage. I had the opportunity to audition for American Idol. I made it to Hollywood, made it to Showstoppers and all of that, and met so many great people. Um, but you have to realize when things are for you, they'll be for you, and God will make a way for you. When things are not for you,
Mm-hmm.
God will close the door. And we often pray for open doors, but sometimes God will close a few doors for us, and it'll be our protection, whether
Yes.
we realize it later or in the moment. But God has really made way and made opportunity for me. I like I said earlier, I have such a passion for gospel music. It's because it's my roots. It's where I grew up in. It's my comfort. It's how I express myself. It's how I fulfill my purpose. I believe that the purpose of humanity is to serve God.
Mm.
So uh, I believe that we cannot serve God without serving His people. And
Mm-hmm.
there is something when you get to sing while serving God, but also minister to His people, and give them something that they need. There's oftentimes where people, especially our people, Black people, they go through challenges with men. We go through challenges with mental health. I'm guilty of it. And we don't often seek the help that we need. And sometimes music can be that therapy
Mm-hmm.
that we need, which is why you often find people in church, and it like even though they may not be hearing the word, but they can hear the lyrics to a song, and it resonate with them. And so I found my purpose in that, in
Mm.
music. It's
Mm.
become not just a healing uh for me, but for others as well.
Wow. Wow. So let's talk about your latest single, I'm Free, which is available right now everywhere for people to check out. Listen, I love this. Written by Courtney Franklin and Morgan Turner. First of all, Courtney Franklin, whom I love. I don't know if anybody doesn't love Courtney Franklin. He's such a powerhouse, right?
He
Um,
is.
yeah, yeah. And so, can you talk a little bit about just about this song? What drew you to this? Was the song written for you, or was it a song that you heard and was like, I need to do this?
This song was actually written for me, and when I tell you,
Nice.
I was leaving Kojic Convention here in Memphis last year, and I had gone through some stuff on my job and all of that. But I said, you know what? Let me lock in. Let me put myself into music. I was writing. I've written a couple things, but I just couldn't find the song that I knew that the Lord had for me. And
Mhm.
so I'm leaving Koji Convention, and I run into, I call him Unc Courtney Franklin, and I was telling him, I'm looking for a certain sound, I'm looking for a song. He said, "Man, I just wrote this song called I'm Free, and I think I can tweak it a little bit, and I think it'll be perfect for you." I'm like, okay, you know. So I'm on a plane headed to Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. This is earlier this year in March,
Mhm.
and he sends me the rough draft of the song or the demo, and I'm listening to it on the plane. And I'm pretty sure everybody around me thought I was like absolutely crazy because I'm just smiling, nodding, and I'm like, "Oh my God, this is great." But I heard that song and I immediately fell in love with it. One, because the message itself was phenomenal. Was it speaks to Jesus paying the ultimate sacrifice, paying the cost, um, and paying our debt. We didn't have the ransom, we didn't have the payment,
Mhm.
but He took our place and He paid that our debt off. He made us free through His blood, through His sacrifice. He made us free. I'm free is the title of that song, and it is just a testament of for me too. I had to realize in situations. That I think back on, that even though you were down or depressed, or you were hurt, you have to realize before you were free, you were free.
Mhm. Mhm.
Before you were free,
Mhm.
before you were free from that specific situation, you were already made free.
Mhm.
And it's just one of those powerful songs, and I'm so
Yeah.
happy to get the chance to minister that song.
Yeah. Yeah. So, who are some of your influences musically, Julian?
Oh my God, I love this question because I have so many different musical influences growing up. For me, I would listen from a Paul S. Morton to a Frank Sinatra, um, from to Kim Burrell. I love Donny Hathaway. I also love and even some of the newer artists, Cardi Cortez. He's like a big brother. Love him so much. But they're just an array of genres and artists that I really love to hear and listen to.
Wow. 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 So listen, tell everybody what's next for you, you know, how they can experience your ministry. Just give everybody the updates on what to expect from Julian Cross coming up.
Yes, you all can connect with me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Julian Cross 901. That's at Julian Cross 901. You can also follow me on TikTok, and that's Julian T. Cross. And then you can also keep up with any new releases, any new music, any upcoming videos. Hint, hint. And music video is on the way. You can
Okay.
find all of that at www.juliancrosslive.com.
Awesome, awesome. Julian, listen, we are so excited to have you here with us. We are about to take a listen to your latest single. And as a matter of fact, I want you to set it up and introduce it to our listeners.
Listen, this new single by myself, Julian Cross, is an amazing single, and you can get it on all music streaming platforms. It speaks to the power of God's sacrifice when He died on Calvary for you and I, just for you and I. So I want you to not only listen to the rhythm, but listen to the lyrics and the music, and let it resonate in your spirit.
All right, guys, it's the Inspirational Power Hour.